It's remembering Krishna. First we have Hamsa Vahan, which is, oh yeah, we made a diagram. It's a really special place because while the Bhagavatam was being spoken, that's it. Put our cheek down. Lord Shiva wanted to come and hear the Bhagavatam, except for he was afraid that his bull, Nandi, was too slow. So he stole one of Brahma's swans and flew down to hear the Bhagavatam. And in this place, it has a deity of Shiva riding a swan, and it is kept under a lake all year except for 3 days. And it's kept like this because the deity heats up so fast because of its ecstatic love for Sri Chaitanya. And the whole time it's out, they're constantly pouring the water from the lake on him.
The next place is the Namashranya. It is where the Bhagavatam was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, as you can see.
Just a little.
And as you know, Parikshit Maharaj is the grandson of Arjuna, and he was cursed by a Brahmin boy and wanted to know, and was meditating by the Ganges, and then he asked a Brahmin what he should know if he was going to die, and then Sukadeva Goswami appeared and said, "I can answer your question," and so he told him all about Krishna's pastimes and his forms.
For 7 days straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is Panchaveni. This is a very sacred place because it is where 5 of very holy rivers meet, including the Ganga, and form a lake. Anyone who bathes in it, all sins are forgiven, even future ones, I think. And if you sleep there, you instantly go to Goloka Vrindavan once you die. It's also extra holy because Sri Chaitanya bathed in this lake a lot.
And now next we have Brahman Pushkar, not Brahma Pushkar.
Yeah, it's like
Brahman. One time, a Brahmin, he was like always traveling, so he never really lived anywhere. And he was on pilgrimage, and so one night he had a dream, and Krishna came to him and said, "Move to Navadwipa." And so he did.
But he was really sad.
He was really sad because his favorite holy place was Pushkar, which is like a lake. And he couldn't go there anymore because he was too old. So then one night, and he had another dream, and Pushkar came to him in a personality and said, you can bathe in me here too. And so he showed him Brahman Pushkar. And so that's how Brahman Pushkar was made. And it's covered in lotus flowers and lily pads.
Next is Uchata. This is the marketplace of the holy name, also known as the marketplace of the Devas, because they came down to earth and created a full marketplace of the holy name completely. There wasn't much information about this, but like Panchaveni, if you sleep there, you immediately go to Vrindavan.
And this is the rest of the Mandakini River, or however you say that. Oh yeah, Mandakini.
Is it dried up?
Yes,
Yeah, it's completely dried up.
And now we have Koli. Oh yeah.
I don't think.
Maybe we can hold it up.
Yeah. Can you hold it up?
Well, I don't know because everything will sort of fall off if you hold it up.
Okay, can everyone see?
Yeah.
Okay. Stay.
There's not a lot on this island, but there's quite also.
So, Koladweep is like the process of devotional service is serving Krishna's lotus feet. And Koladweep got this name. Well, it didn't used to be Koladweep, so now it's Koladweep because one time Varaha went.
There's a hill.
A hill.
Yeah.
And Brahmin went there, sort of like Brahmin Pushkar. He came there and he couldn't go to the Himalayas or somewhere in the Himalayas, and he was too old to go there. So then another night, the Himalayas, or his mountain that he really liked, came to him in a dream, in a personality again, and
it's called Boar Mountain.
yeah, apparently, and said, I can beat you too.
So it's the mountain of Varaha.
Sounds familiar.
Once everybody left. Which one are we doing first? Okay, the first one is Champahati. There is quite a few stories here, so I'll just tell one or two. One story of this is Jayadev. The king really liked his writing, so he went to him and said, please come to my palace and write books and do whatever you want there. But Jayadev didn't want this. He didn't want fame. He didn't want people dying for his writing. So he said, okay, no way. If that's going to happen, then I'm going to move and never be seen again. So the king was so devastated by this, he said, okay. Across the Ganga, there was a forest, a champak forest. So he said, I'll build you a cottage there, and no one will know you're there. So that's what he did, and Jayadev Goswami wrote many stories there, and one story that I really wanted to say about Jayadev, his writing. One time he was writing about how Radha got super duper mad at Krishna. And he was about to write that Krishna put his head at her feet, but feeling like this would be an offense by saying the Supreme Lord put his head at Radha's feet, he didn't write it. So he went to his wife and said, okay, I'm going to go bathe, you cook lunch, and I'll be right back. So while he was bathing, Krishna, in the form of Jayadev, came, ate lunch, and finished his paragraph that he was so hesitant to write about Krishna putting his head at Radha's feet. And then when Jayadev came back, he said, okay, I'm ready to have lunch, and his wife got so confused because Jayadev just left, but he just came back. So Jayadev looked at his paper, and there was the full paragraph of exactly what he was going to write.
And remind everyone what we sing he wrote all the time?
He wrote stories about Radha and Krishna.
About what we Tavakara Kamala? Dasavatar?
Oh, he did?
In the Shringa prayers, he wrote the Tavakara Kamala.
Oh, yeah.
Did that pastime happen in Navadwipa?
Yeah. It happened right here.
Little temple forest.
Southwest.
Now we have Dameshwar's temple right here. It looks different than what we have here. But when Chaitanya was going to take sannyas, Vishnupriya knew that. She said, please don't do it, but and she begged him not to do it, but he said, I have to, or something like that. And then, so he said, I'll be with you all the time, because he's super soul, he's like Krishna, right? Super soul is always with everyone, and so he also built a life-size deity of himself for her.
This deity is
Called Dameshwar.
It's like taller than 5 feet, and he is still there, and you can go see him whenever you want.
He's built by Lord Chaitanya?
Yeah,
What's his name again?
Dimeshvar.
That's in Navadwipa.
Yeah.
And there they have women's pujaris.
Mm.
That's cool.
They also have Lord Chaitanya's shoes at that temple.
Really? Wow.
It used to be a bit better, except for it sort of fell apart. It's Purnimai's temple. Not many people know about it, so I didn't have a lot about it. But it's also the temple of Yogamaya, and it's very, very sacred.
And next we have Jagannath Das Babaji's little bhajan kutir. He performed bhajan here every day, and one time he was in there doing bhajan, and some people said, "Oh, come eat this prashad," and then he's like, "No, I have to finish my bhajan." So he stayed in there and locked himself in there, so no one could find him for like a month. And as you can see,
There's a little Jagannath Das Babaji. Okay, we have one last place, Samudragraha, and we have a little skit on this.
Samudragraha is also a place where the ocean ran up the Ganga, and
Yeah, he wanted to touch Lord Chaitanya's
Tanya's feet.
feet, so he went all the way, but Ganga said,
Whoa, what's happening?
yeah, what are you doing here?
And
And
in there.
he didn't really want to leave, so you can still go there, and the ocean reaches it, and there's even dolphins in it. Now I will tell you the story of Samudra Sain. Samudra Sain was a great devotee king. Krishna was his life and soul. One day, Bhima came to conquer the city. Now we all know Krishna protects the Pandavas no matter what. So when Samudra Sain heard Bhima was coming, he thought up a plan.
If Bhima is in trouble, Krishna himself will descend upon this land, and I will be able to see the dark and beautiful figure of the Lord with my own eyes.
With this plan in mind, Samudra Sain gathered his generals, elephants and infantry soldiers, and rode in his chariot to meet Bhima in battle. When Bhima arrived, Samudra Sain started shooting arrows at him. Instantly remembering Krishna, when Bhima saw the deadly shower of arrows, Bhima prayed to Krishna.
Oh my lord, please be merciful unto me and protect your Bhima. I cannot fight Samudra Sain. If I do, it will be very humiliating for him. It is very shameful, but I must now admit defeat.
Hearing Bhima, Krishna appeared, but not to Bhima, but to Samudra Sain, and Samudra Sain's eyes only. Seeing Krishna at last, Samudra Sain fainted in ecstasy. When he regained his consciousness, he said wonderful prayers to the Lord.
Krishna, you are the master of the universe and the savior of the fallen. Seeing my despicable condition, you have come here just to deliver me. The whole world constantly sings your glories. After hearing your praises sung so widely, I had hoped to see your divine pastimes. I vowed that you would appear in Navadwipa and have fulfilled that vow. O merciful Lord, you have descended here in Navadwipa as Krishna, but I'm a selfish person, and I have the desire to see your form as Lord Chaitanya.
Krishna showed Samudra Sain his wonderful form as Lord Chaitanya, but not just Lord Chaitanya. He showed him pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Then he saw pastimes of Krishna and his coward friends, herding cows in the forest of Kamuda. Then the pastimes of Vrindavan disappeared, and instead he saw Lord Chaitanya dancing and singing with his devotees. Thus, Samudra Sain's one desire was fulfilled, to see the Lord and his pastimes. Soon, however, his vision of the Lord disappeared. Feeling so much separation, he began to weep. Bhima, who could not see all this, thought at first that the king had been paralyzed with fear. Bhima was very surprised when Samudra Sain stopped fighting, and even more surprised when the king begged to pay him tribute. Bhima accepted this tribute and then left to conquer other kings. Thus is the story of Samudra Sain.